They're up in the fourth quarter, and they're up in the fourth quarter. They're showing the game here on the Jumbotron. They're showing the game here on the Jumbotron. Soon enough, here at 4 o'clock Eastern. Soon enough, here at 4 o'clock Eastern is scheduled to begin. Is when the rally is scheduled to begin. Ohio. We're just here in Circleville, Ohio. We're just south of Columbus, Ohio, right in the middle of the state, about a half hour south. Pickaway Agricultural Event Center. So it's kind of like their county fairgrounds. So it's kind of like their county fairgrounds here in South Central Ohio. So we're grateful that you're joining us. So we're grateful that you're joining us. Game 3 of our triple header. Game 3 of our triple header. 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock Central, 7 Central, Waukesha, Wisconsin. So Liz Willis will be there. So Liz Willis will be there along with Grace tonight. Along with Grace, Lilith will be your host tonight. So we're looking forward to that. So we're looking forward to that. All of the beautiful sights. All of the beautiful sights. We move our camera. We move our camera. You know, we're showing you all of the crowds. You know, we're showing you all of the crowds. We'll show you all the opening speakers. We heard from Justice Judy French, Justice Sharon Kennedy. So we have some planes flying over from the local military base. President Trump expecting to come out, and rally is scheduled to begin. Again, all of the beautiful 4 p.m. We move our camera. We move our camera. You know, we're showing you all of the. We're showing you all the people here. We'll show you all the opening Central Ohio for today's event. From Justice Judy French, Justice Sharon Kennedy. So we have some our special guest again today. This is his 3rd rally with Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're so happy to have you back again. Scheduled to begin. From beautiful native California. We're welcome to Ohio. We're showing you all the people here. We'll show you all the Central Ohio for today's event. We have a heavy schedule ahead of us. You mentioned the rally later tonight in Waukesha. But for those of you who haven't checked the upcoming rally schedule, tomorrow and Sunday, we've got a rally in Manchester, New Hampshire. And then on Monday, there's going to be a rally in Lumberton, Pennsylvania. 1 in the afternoon, and Martin's got a great people here. Adrian, you and I are going to be at that one in Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. So following up that on Tuesday in Waukesha, Rallies, Lansing, Michigan, West Salem, Wisconsin, Omaha, Sunday. We've got a 10-day match to go, New Hampshire. And then on Monday, we're going to try and get to all rallies in Linux, Pennsylvania. We're going to try and do 1 in the afternoon. We can only do our great people here. Adrian, you and I are going to be at that one in Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. Following up rally on Tuesday when Waukesha rallies, Lansing, Michigan, West Salem, Omaha, Sunday. Get our course on 10 days match from city to city. We're going to try our best to make it Pennsylvania. Try and do 7 in the afternoon. We can only do our great ways. You can help us out. You and I, as you know, when Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. Following up rally on Tuesday when Waukesha rallies, Lansing, Michigan, watching us on YouTube. So we can get our stream up on the algorithm there and share the broadcast with somebody you know. Now in the super chat, you can make a donation there, and keep in mind that 30% of your donation, if you don't donate in super chat, that's going to go to YouTube, but we still welcome your support. And if you'd like to mail a donation to us, you can make the check out to RSBN, and that's going to send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. And like I said, this is really a David versus Goliath situation. We are a small outfit. We're doing the best to get to every rally, to show you everything in its entirety. Not just you can make a check out to not just a snippet of what the president says, but to get 1550, the crowd, Opelika Road, 6, basically what it's like in that area of the country where the Auburn, Alabama rallies, 36 and 830. And like I said, look behind me, you can see people just patiently waiting versus Goliath situation. We were here early this morning. It was about the best 40 to get 5 rallies. We'll show you there was already people who have been waiting overnight. Not just speakers, not just a snippet of what the president says, but to give you a feel for the crowd, to give you a feel, we're looking for good weather today. Basically what it's like in that area of the country where the president is doing his rallies. And I guess we really can't talk lately. If you look behind me, you can see people just patiently waiting for Joe Biden. We were here early this morning. It was about 45 degrees, but there was already
these people have been waiting overnight. A little bit of rain, so the ground is so drought, it's muddy, but it's a little wet. Basically, what it's like now, we're looking with good weather today. That's not going to fly. No problem at all. Can't talk where the economy is behind the people just picturing you were here early this morning. Not just the United States, not waiting overnight. So where the economy is behind the people continue to produce the amount of energy that we need in our country is something that makes our country stronger. And one of the hallmarks of President Trump's term has been his ability to promote peace and keep us out of conflict. And this is something we need to do. And we can't let Joe get away with coming out of the basement with a different opinion every day, depending upon what the polls say.
Yeah, I'll add to that. One of the most disappointing things after watching the debates is that many, especially Joe Biden, will just lie straight through his teeth. He'll, like it was mentioned already, he said numerous times he's going to implement banning fracking, and then he lies straight through his teeth and saying that he won't. And so it's really disappointing because it seems like the fact checkers are always fact checking Trump, but who fact checks them, and why aren't they fact checking Joe Biden as well? There is no contradictions in anything. There's no one contradicting what he says because he has the media on his side. And so that's why we're here. We're here to provide you the truth. We're here to provide you what the president is going to offer for this country, and how he's going to protect our freedoms, and how he's going to protect our jobs.
All right, thank you. And obviously, the thing that we need to do, we need to stress the vote. We need to stress the need for all of you to go out and vote. Now, I knew I was going to be on the road, so I took advantage of early in-person voting in my home state of California. So my vote's in the bank, and I encourage anyone who can, go take advantage of that early in-person voting. If you have that in your state, cast your vote and make sure it's in there, and then you can put your energies towards something else. You can start working to help your local party drive out the vote. You can still volunteer. You can do phone banking, or something that's even better than that is simply just to be visible in your support of our president. Maybe you're wearing a hat, maybe you're wearing a shirt, and talk with your coworkers, talk with your friends, talk with your family, and encourage them. I mean, ask them if they voted, and tell them why you support our president. Tell them what it is. I mean, there are so many things our president has done in his first term, and maybe there's one that is really the most important to you. Share that with your friends, and tell them, hey, you need to vote, because this election, it's been said many times, this is not a typical election. Literally, this is the election about saving the America that we know. And the president has said, asked to describe his supporters, he summed it up as people who love America. And that's incredibly true. I mean, in the people of Trump's supporters, we all love America. But that does not mean that there aren't people in other political parties or people who aren't in a political party that also don't love America. We know you're out there. We know it. And we want you to consider supporting President Trump, because he needs those votes. He needs those votes to support and fight for the America that we have. He is out there fighting for us every day, and we've got to be out there fighting for him.
Yeah, and I'd just like to add, one post I saw on social media that I thought was vitally important is that maybe you don't think Trump is the best candidate. However, you know, you're not just voting for the next 4 years in office. You are voting for the next 100 years for this country. Because if you vote for the opposite side, there is this trajectory going towards socialism and communism, and we've seen the destruction it's brought to millions of people in other countries, and the loss of freedoms that it's resulted in, and the loss of lives as well. So this is a very, very important election, certainly the most important election in my lifetime, and it's vitally important that you vote and that you exercise that right, and that not only that you vote yourself, but you take many other people with you. Carpool, do whatever you can to make sure many conservatives are getting their chance to vote. And so, this way, sorry. And, right, I have, so sorry about that, technical difficulties. But I actually have not voted yet. I'm going to vote on November 3rd. and I'm going to go with my family. I have passed multiple county elections on the way to school, and I love seeing the multiple lines of people just waiting to express the right to vote. And one thing I wanted to talk about was this crowd here. It's very different than a lot of the things I see at my university. There's a lot of indoctrination, a lot of socialist agendas being taught to the students every single day. And it's extremely disheartening to know that the students are being fed these lies as if they were the truth. And a lot of these professors have absolutely no problem doing that. And my thoughts are, it's not their obligation to teach us what to think. They're supposed to teach us how to think. And many of them don't do that anyway. And as we're here, it's nice to see all these conservatives proudly supporting our president. And because I don't see a lot of this at my campus, unfortunately, it's so nice to see this unity among the conservative community. And it's very encouraging. It brings a sense of unity and a community that a lot of people don't have in person. And as I'm going to introduce Tom back over here. Here you go.
Well, thanks, Adrian. Good to be here with you. Again, we're in our home state of Ohio here. We're just south of Columbus. The rally begins at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're in Circleville, Ohio, at the Pickaway Agricultural and Event Center, the county fairgrounds here in South Central Ohio. So we're grateful that you're joining us. Ohio, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Ohio. And right now, I'm going to ask Max to pan the crowds here, so pan the camera like a pretzel. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ohio. Ohio is getting close to 12 million people, 12 million in population. Columbus, where Adrian lives here in Central Ohio, from what I hear, it's a fast-growing city. From what I hear, they have like 500 people a day moving there. We see a lot of license plates from New York State, people from moving out here, leaving New York, places like that. And so Ohio is a booming city, fast-growing. Ohio has about 12 million people. And in 2016, 4 years ago, there was about 5 million people that voted. And President Trump carried the state. He won the state by 400,000 votes. So Ohio is a red state. Ohio has 18 electoral votes, so it's a very important state. We're glad that President Trump here is paying attention to Ohio again, because we all know the White House goes through the great state of Ohio, the Buckeye State, the heart of it all, so to speak. So Ohio is a critical state, but Ohio is majority Republican. We have, again, 18 electoral votes. So we have 16 U.S. House members, and 12 of those are Republican, and 4 are Democrats. So mostly the Democrats control the large urban areas. In Ohio, we call them the 3 Cs. Cleveland to the north, and then Columbus in the middle of Ohio, really the biggest city in Ohio, fast-growing city, and then Cincinnati to the southwest. So in those areas, there are Democrats, especially in Cleveland and Columbus. And so President Trump is coming here to reach out to, the people here in Ohio, and the people in the Midwest in general. They don't vote based on party. They vote based on the candidate. So they zigzag up and down the ballot. They'll vote for some Republicans and some Democrats. But, Eastern Ohio, Southeastern Ohio is Trump country. And President Trump did get a lot of votes from the eastern part of the state along the Ohio River. So, in the campaign, they also have the Ohio State Buckeye game playing on the Jumbotron. I see Ohio State is leading 38-17. It's in the fourth quarter, so Ohio State is playing Nebraska, and Big Ten football is back. President Trump was instrumental in helping to bring athletics back at the Big Ten, and I'm going to turn it back over to Adrian and Brick.
All right, thank you. We just want to give some more appreciation to our sponsors. Innocent people are falling victim to crime, intimidation, and forced to fend for themselves because Democrats and the left are successfully defunding the police. When the government can't or won't protect your family, self-defense is the only option. But most of us don't have the time to consistently train, plus ammo is really expensive. That's why iTarget Pro was invented. Using their proprietary app and laser bullet, you can now train safely in the convenience of your own home with your actual firearm. iTarget comes in all the major calibers, including .223 and .556, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. Today you can get 10% off plus free shipping with the offer code SAVE10, SAVE10. This is the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in just a few days of practice. That's the letter I, targetpro.com, itargetpro.com. Offer code capitalized SAVE10. Thank you.
Okay, so again, I'm just going to, if you're tuning in now and you haven't heard the schedule that we're doing, today, after this rally, there's going to be another one in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Tomorrow, easy day, only one rally, and that's going to be Manchester, New Hampshire. But then you and I, on Monday, first Trump is going to start out with a rally in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, and then he's going to be in Martinsburg, where you and I will be covering that one. And then on Tuesday, triple header again, starting out in Lansing, Michigan, West Salem, Wisconsin, and then Omaha, Nebraska. Now, with 10 days left before the election, we think we might still do another 25 rallies, something or 20 to 25. So we can only do that. We're going to do everything we can to get to all these rallies, to show the crowd, to give you a feel for what's going on. But we can only do that with your help. And we are a small company. This really is a case where, a company really not with the financial resources of some of the major networks, and yet we are beating the viewership on streams of basically a couple networks combined. And we're doing that because of you. And we're doing that because with your help, we're able to get here early. We're able to show the entire rally. We're able to show the crowd. We're able to show basically everything that happens at the rally, and not just a snippet. And that allows you to get the full message from our president. So the ways you can donate are this. You can go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. When you do that, everything you donate will go to us. That's rsbnetwork.com/donate. If you're on YouTube, first of all, make sure you've subscribed, you've hit the like button, and you've hit the notification bell. But you can also donate in the super chat there. 30% of what you donate there, that'll go to YouTube, but still, that goes a long way to covering the travel expenses, because it does cost about $5,000 to $7,000 to send a full crew on short notice to, we're booking travel that's 2 days out, 1 day out in some cases, because the rally, it's not something where we can plan the destinations weeks in advance to get the lowest fares. So we really need that help. And if you want to mail us a donation, by all means you can. Take that to RSBN, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama. The zip code is 36830. And I'll read that one more time. RSBN at 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830.
All right, and we're so glad to share all these details with you. And now